Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're shifting into high gear to break down the high-octane world and, of course, the forbidden romance of the smash hit F1 novel, Drive Me Home.
So, let's start with the voice of our protagonist, Charlotte Walker. Through her own words. Right away you can just feel that sharp wit, right? It's just as fast as the cars her world champion brother drives and is the perfect window into her world.
But, before any romance can really get going, you have to understand the track. So let's set the scene in the high glamour, high stakes, and very exclusive world of Formula One.
Right from the very beginning, the core dynamic is crystal clear. Our main characters, Charlotte Walker and Lucas Adler, well, they don't really have their own identities. They are completely defined by one person, Charlotte's brother, Theo. She's just Theo's little sister, and he's my brother's best friend. It's the box they're both trapped in.
So let's zoom in a little. Charlotte, she has spent her entire life in the massive shadow of her brother's success, just trying to carve out an identity for herself. And Lucas, well, he's a top-tier F1 driver, fiercely loyal, and the one person who has always been completely and utterly off-limits.
Of course, every great romance needs a great obstacle. But in this story, the biggest barrier, it isn't another driver on the track or some rival team. Nope, it's much, much closer to home.
The central conflict is Theo Walker. He's not just Charlotte's brother and a world champion driver, he's also Lucas's best friend. And this single relationship, it creates this impossible wall between them.
Oof. You can just feel Theo's fiercely overprotective nature in every single word. This constant watchful eye is the main thing keeping Charlotte and Lucas apart, and it's the source of that incredible tension that just fuels the entire novel.
But, naturally, despite Theo's constant surveillance, that connection between Charlotte and Lucas doesn't just go away. Instead, it starts to grow, in secret.
So their relationship really develops against this amazing backdrop of the global F1 calendar. As the season travels the world, they find these stolen moments, a secret dinner in Japan, a boxing match in Brazil, a sailing lesson in Monaco, and they're building their bond one race at a time.
And it's the secrecy that just magnifies everything. All their witty banter and that undeniable chemistry has to be hidden, which creates that powerful will they or won't they tension that really is the heart and soul of the story.
But as we all know, secrets in a world with this many cameras and this much media, they have a way of coming out. And when this one does, it's not some small spin-out. It is a massive, fiery collision. Just think of the absolute worst possible place for a secret to be revealed. Yeah, that's where this happens. A post-race media room, packed to the gills with reporters, cameras, and microphones all pointed directly at them.
And here it is, the spark, a single perfectly aimed question from a reporter right at Theo. It's designed to get a reaction. And boy, does it work. This one question just ignites the entire powder keg.
The result is just pure chaos. Theo's reaction is immediate, and it is physical. He tackles Lucas right there in front of the entire F1 press corps. So in one single moment, the secret isn't just revealed, it explodes for the entire world to see.
So after a crash that big, you have to pick up the pieces, right? This public blow-up forces a confrontation that is either going to tear these three apart for good, or, finally, clear the track for them to come together.
In the aftermath, with everything out in the open, Lucas is finally forced to confess how he really feels. He stands up to his best friend, and he makes it clear, this isn't some fling. He loves her.
And this is the real turning point of the entire story. Lucas finally says the one thing Charlotte has needed to hear her whole life. He redefines their whole relationship by seeing her for who she is, separate from her famous brother. He sees just Charlotte.
So once the truth is out, the path forward becomes clear. That painful confrontation with Theo leads to his reluctant acceptance and then finally to a resolution. Charlotte and Lucas are free. They can be together without hiding anymore. So what really makes Drive Me Home work so well? It's this expert blend of classic, beloved romance tropes. The best friend's little sister is a classic for a reason, with the unique pressures and glamour of the Formula One world. It's just a perfect combination of familiar feelings in a totally extraordinary setting.
Which leaves us with a final question to think about. In a world that is defined by speed and risk, what's the more dangerous maneuver? Taking a hairpin turn at 200 miles per hour or falling for the one person you're absolutely not supposed to? It's a question that really sticks with you, long after the checkered flag is waved.